One of the problems that arises when we start talking about peace is that we all have different ideas of what peace is. We all have our own definitions. Truth of the matter is, they're all correct. The word has evolved over the years to mean different things to different people. And so when we start talking about Jesus as the one who is peace or the one who brings peace, it's as if we're talking in different languages. And it doesn't help matters, Annie, that even within the Bible, when the word peace is mentioned, it means different things. For instance, peace can be used as a greeting. It seemed to have been a common greeting for the people of Jesus' day and time. When he approached his disciples, he greeted them with words of peace. In the 24th chapter of Luke, the disciples were discussing the strange account of two people from Emmaus who claimed that they had just had dinner with the same Jesus who had recently been crucified. And the gospel says that while they were talking about this, Jesus himself stood among them and said to them, "Peace be with you." It was a pleasant enough greeting. A greeting meant to disarm people and to put them at ease. But when this morning's text from the 5th chapter of Micah mentions peace, these casual words of welcome are not what it is referring to. Another common perception of peace has to do with stillness, or the absence of noise and activity. When the world seems to be too much, when the harried parent can no longer take any more noise from the children, when the school teacher tells the classroom to settle down, when the librarian shushes the patron, they're asking for peace and quiet. There's a story about how Jesus and his disciples were in a boat crossing to the other side of the sea. Jesus must have been pretty tired because he was in the stern of the boat trying to get some shut-eye. All of a sudden, a storm broke out and there was pandemonium as the disciples scurried down to Jesus, begging him to do something. And Scripture says he woke up and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, "Peace, be still." Then the wind ceased and there was dead calm. And I imagine he said it in much the same tone that the parent uses when the children are jumping up and down, casting blame on each other for the broken vase. Settle down. Peace. Be still. That's not what this morning's text meant when it referred to the one of peace. It wasn't talking about quietness and serenity. But still another image of peace is that of the absence of war, the end of conflict. No more bombed out villages, no more guns, no more war orphans. Isaiah spoke of that kind of peace when he envisioned a new world order. They shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. I think it's something we all want, although we haven't quite figured out how to achieve it. But again, that's not the peace that Jesus brings. Even he said, "Do not think I have come to bring peace to the earth. I have come not to bring peace, but a sword." Then what are we talking about? If we aren't talking about a way of approaching each other, or a sense of quietness, or the absence of war, then what exactly are we talking about? Well, it's a different kind of peace. Jesus tried to explain to his disciples in the Gospel of John when he said, "Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. I do not give to you as the world gives." You see, people kept getting his message mixed up with the message of the world. And even though he said, the dominion of God is not coming with things that can be observed, nor will they say, look, here it is, or there it is, for in fact the dominion of God is within you, they still didn't get it. And I think most of us today don't either. We still try to attach a worldly idea of peace to the spiritual message of Jesus. And it just doesn't work.